Benvenuti, benvenuti. This is I think the fourth, yes, vlog. And today we're going to bake biscotti, the famous biscotti, which can be called Biscotti di Prato or Cantucci. Prato, which is a small town next to Florence, is the originating place of the recipe, and they call them biscotti. Florence, I want to make it a little different and keep a little bit of distance, call them Cantucci. The original recipe calls for no oil, no butter, you will see that. And the consistency that comes as a final result is perfect for enjoying them by dipping them in vin santo, sweet dessert wine. That gives it like the final touch. I will start now. I'll show you the ingredients and also show you how to cook, how to prepare them. Sorry. Alright, we start with 2 eggs. We have 3/4 cup sugar, the vanilla, the zest of an orange, 1 cup of almonds. Amaretto di Saronno is optional, we'll see, we'll talk about it. And 2 1/3 cups of flour. Let's start by breaking the eggs into a container. We'll add the vanilla. We'll add the Amaretto di Saronno, but this is completely optional. If you have it, you won't regret that you're gonna put it in. If you don't have it, don't go out to buy it, it's okay. The sugar. Now, 2 little chopsticks, we're gonna make the eggs integrate with the sugar completely. Which we add the flour and the zest of an orange. The flour I had already mixed previously with 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So I forgot to list it with the ingredients, but it's there. Now we're gonna mix in a way that we start creating the dough to a point where you continue with the sticks, and then you resume by hand. If the dough starts to get a little sticky, always add a little bit of flour, because it shouldn't be like get stuck to your hands. Just a little bit, so you can work it again. And as you go and you feel it's still too sticky, then you can add more. Listen, okay, at this point we can put the almonds in and incorporate them. And after this process, we can move it to a working surface and finish our dough, compact it into a log. I'm going a little more flour because it's still a little too sticky. It's normal that the dough sticks a little bit, but not too much to the point that you cannot work. So right now, as you see, we're creating a log, like the shape of a log. Try to be uniform, cut it in 3 portions. These 3 portions hopefully will be equal, and so that the weight and the shape will be more or less the same. We're gonna pat them down like it's gonna be like a flat log. Remember, we preheat the oven at 350 degrees so that it's nice and hot for when we put them in. Taking a baking sheet with parchment paper and flour on top, and we laid the 3 logs on it. And in the meantime, I did beat up an egg. I'm going to brush these logs with the egg and also sprinkle some sugar on top. This will allow the crust to become nice and shiny, gives it a very nice effect. Alright, now I let them, they baked for 30 minutes and I let them rest for an additional 10 with a nice, very sharp edge. We're gonna cut them diagonally, and then finally they're starting to resemble the shape that we are used to when we talk about biscotti. These are going to be then laid down flat onto our sheet. Once cut, lay them down flat so that the side is facing up, and then they will go back into the oven for an additional 10-15 minutes at 350 degrees. Now make sure the last minutes that they're still in the oven, make sure they don't overcook. Every oven is different. So here they are. That's the final product. In my case it was a 10 additional minutes. It could be 10, it could be 15. You'll be the judge by the color. And that's it. Let them cool off and then you're ready to serve. Possibly with some sweet wine. It would be nice, dessert wine. Vinsanto or Porto if you don't have Vinsanto. Most of all, enjoy.